Hello, Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, good evening. Welcome to the SS Chandok Talk Show. I am your host and moderator, SS Chandok. Today, we are going to talk about a very beautiful topic, that is the schools of 21st century. In our time, we had seen the school situations, the education, the extracurricular activities, and now in present era, we can see that what are the situations. What is the difference of the situation from then and now? This is what we are going to discuss basically today. Without wasting any time, I will introduce you to the very eminent guest present over here. I must tell you all that these people, these leaders, they are the leaders who make the leaders. These are super leaders who have done a remarkable job in the education field. And I will like to excuse because your profiles, all your profiles are so much that it will take a days or 2 days time to read each body's profile because you have done a wonderful job. We are only calling those principals over here in the show, those who have done remarkable job in the industry. So you are the super leaders, ma'am. All these leaders are on the level of national and international level. They have associated with many associations. They have got awards from national and international level, and so remarkable. And everybody knows them. Although they don't need any introduction, but still we will introduce them. First of all, we have Alka Singh, ma'am. She is the principal of Bluebell School, Gurugram. Ma'am firmly believes in Kautilya sayings, don't be afraid of failure and don't abandon it. People who work with integrity are the happiest. Alka ma'am has a deep-rooted commitment to education, serving as the esteemed school principal of Bluebell School, Gurgaon. She is at the helm of the institution who is the overall in charge of academic excellence and complete student development. She has a vast experience of 31 years in the field of education and has served in a few of the most prestigious educational institutions of the country. She's a gold medalist in PG economics, and she has a clear vision and attitude which creates an open environment where parents, teachers, and students feel a part of the school community. She has always guided her team of brilliant teachers to provide the students with cutting edge technology and a stock foundation in life skills. Alka ma'am is an effective and excellent listener, packed with problem solving skills at the core, a true visionary. She's a well versed with the facts that education is ever evolving. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to the show. And again, you have done a commendable job in the field of education with so many institutions. You have won so many awards, and you are associated with so many associations. And precise, we'd like to know from you, ma'am, that how this your education journey had been since its inception. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Sarabjit sir. I started my career from St. Michael's Academy, Chennai. I'm being an army officer's wife, so we've been traveling from Chennai to Wellington, then Suratgarh, then Jammu, Delhi, and now Gurgaon. And it's almost 14 years that I've been a principal at 3 different schools. The first school was Army Public School at Suratgarh. And after that, I took a break, seeing my commitment towards my son also. He was just in grade 3. And I realized that when we are working, we need to work with complete integrity and only at one end. And once he cleared his engineering, after that, I came back to the leadership position. Uh, Majorly, if you look at it, my passion is that, you give the kids what they require, maybe let's say 20 years ahead. So that's how I keep working. A learner throughout my life. I read a lot. I attend a lot of training sessions. And when we talk about the awards, I always have this firm belief. I'm sure all of us, we have the same belief that it's not us at all. It is our team, basically, who makes us what we are. So that's
Absolutely, ma'am.
a brief.
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely, ma'am. And you are really right because without a teamwork, a principal cannot do anything. And you have traveled so many places, and you have that experience also. When you move to different places, you get that experience for sure.
Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next, we have Priyanka Mehta, ma'am. She is the principal of Sarvottam International School, Noida. Ma'am is PhD in English, MA Education, and she's MPhil, she's MBA, she's B.Ed, she's MA English. She has a diploma in fashion designing, BBA from Guru Nanak University, and currently she is working as director and principal of Sarvottam International School, Greater Noida West. Ma'am, you have so many qualifications. I think nothing is left in the university now. Uh, Presently, she is working as director and principal in Sarvottam International School, Greater Noida West. She's a trainer for CBSE programs and management skills with century of 2 years now. Also independently conducting training for skills and curriculum, working on an integrated pre-primary and primary curriculum, working on a reading program for children for class pre-nursery to 8. President Sahotia Greater Noida West, that's great, ma'am. Instrumental in bringing together 15 schools of the region under an umbrella for collaborating in learning and teaching. Author of 104 Traits of Highly Effective School Principles published by Notion Press. And she has experience in education of 28 years. And awards list says, so it will take 2-3 days time to tell about ma'am's award, because ma'am is a great personality. I've been hearing about her before also from other principals also of Noida, Greater Noida and all the places, that ma'am is doing a commendable job in the education industry. Ma'am, we are very proud that you are over here. Please let us know about yourself.
Sandok sir, you really made it sound as a humbling experience. It's been a long journey. It started with being a very humble assistant teacher way back in 95, 96. I was just graduated out of my college when I got the opportunity to teach in the school that I had passed out from. I was the head girl of the school, and I just went there. My mom was working there. My kid brother was still in that school. So just happened to go back, and this offer came my way, and I joined as an assistant teacher. So from there till date today, it has been a great journey, full of learning, full of experience, understanding that I think the most important thing in the world is love, respect, and human relations. And the greatest reward that you can get out of any profession is helping children to learn. I think that's the greatest force, and we all understand that at the end, like you said, something that keeps us alive, something that keeps us learning and young is the child's smile that we so much cherish around us. So it's been a long journey, yes, and well rewarded. And I think there's much more to learn in the world. As a matter of fact, it doesn't end with those little things in a couple of universities. The world is out there to learn from. And we all learn from each other. I'm sure today's session is going to be great learning. We have very senior people here like Bhavna ma'am sitting here. They're all senior principals. We learn from them every time. So I'm looking forward to a great session and a great interaction. Thank you so much for inviting me over.
My pleasure is our ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming also. Next, we have a very esteemed guest, that is Bhavna Malik ma'am. She's a director and principal of Lovely Public School, Delhi. Ma'am is MCom, MA, MAd, PhD. She has strong determination, willpower, self-confidence, and ability to work with a group effectively. She is self-directed, enthusiastic educator with a passionate commitment for students, staff development, and their learning experience. Ma'am has a vast experience of 32 years in education. From 90 to 1993, she was an administrative officer in the Lovely Public Senior Secondary School, PD Vihar, Delhi. From 1994 to 99, she was as a PGD Commerce. Ma'am, I was also in PGD Commerce, ma'am. Ma'am, same pains to both of us, but you are quite senior to me, ma'am. I have only completed 25 years of my career. From 1994, she was PGT Commerce in Lovely Public School, and then 1999 to 2009 as Principal Lovely Teachers Training Institute, PDVR Delhi. From 2009 onwards as Principal Lovely Public School Senior Secondary School, PDVR Delhi. Ma'am, you are there from very starting. You are there in Lovely Public School. The Lovely Public School you found so lovely that they didn't let you go anywhere. You gave them so much. You gave them so much. I mean, I think you tried to move, but they brought you back. I don't know anything, but my experience says you tried to move out, but they said, "Ma'am, we won't let you go because you are the best over here in our school, and we will not let you." Ma'am, please. And ma'am is also ma'am is 32 years experience. She has a set of vast experience, although in Lovely Public School, but when I saw her introduction and resume, so I thought that ma'am has done so many things in the education field. Ma'am, please tell your experience about Lovely Public School at least.
Thank you so much, Sarabjit ji, for calling me, for interacting so elated people here. And what do I say? That I started my journey from another school. Um, the school is in Saket, and I was just as Priyanka was saying this. I just completed my graduation and started as nursery teacher. So it was a it was something, the experience which I can never forget in my life. Of course, I have a very big journey of around 28 years with Lovely Public School, but it's the group. I for first 10 years of my life, I was in one branch. Then I went to another branch, and then I was there as a principal in the college also. The college is dealing with the senior girls who are doing their earlier it was JBT, now it's with the other name. So I was there also, and then immediately and in the end, whatever you say, in process, I have been shifted to Priyadarshini Vihar, from where my journey of last 11 years has started. What I just wanted to take what Alka ma'am said. Yes, of course, the best pleasure is when we are teaching our children. So I want to say one thing. When I see the future school, I feel we need to have the school not in just four walls. We have to do something so that we can think where the future is. It is not that every time we are training our children and we have a lot of brain drain, and our children are not getting the opportunity what they have learned in their schools to have in India. So we really need to the same NEP is everywhere around us. So we have so many states and we have so much in India. So let our children explore that. Let them be connected to our roots, and they must be given all opportunity that they produce, they invent, they do something for the country, so that instead of going outside, we always feel Bharat Bhartiya Mool ki American. Why Bhartiya Mool ki American? Why not American Mool ki Bhartiya? So I feel that should be our future in India.
Excellent, ma'am. Excellent. Your views are so different and thoughtful that we also should understand this. And frankly speaking, that working with one management for so long time is also a very big job, because you need a very good management to work with. And because you had been to all the branches, but the management was the same.
Actually, Mr. Sarabjit, I didn't know that for how many, how many minutes I had to speak. So I actually put myself, full stop. You want me to speak more? I forgot.
Of course, ma'am. We like to listen to you, ma'am. You are the most experienced person over here.
No.
And
everybody, I could see all the faces. They all must be doing, best to best in their
ma'am,
school.
here we are not for a webinar. The greed is to have a get together with the principals, to get attached with the principals. We should know each other. Like you said, na, Indian citizen, humanity and all this, we should know each other. We are working, all of you are working in Delhi NCR, but you are not knowing each other. You're not meeting each other. This is a sort of get together we are doing over here.
Thank you for this chance.
This is a weekend. This is a weekend enjoyment over here. Every Saturday we have a weekend enjoyment over here. That's it. It's not a talk show. It's not a talk show. It's not a webinar. I won't ask any question today, even if you will say now. No, let's take out whatever. Let's take out whatever we have. Let's take out whatever we have in our mind and our heart. Let's commit out, because we don't have this. We are working so much in the schools with the CBSE, with the results. We are now 10th and 12th LOC. Every time we are occupied with so many work, we need what we say that me time. So this is our time, our me time. We are going to enjoy over here. We'll talk about a little bit about the schools also. But the theme of the show is we want to know more about each other. Please, ma'am, go ahead. Bhavna, ma'am.
I think I should wait let me first listen to Rupa ji, Dr. Rupa ji, and Shweta, and
Shweta,
then I'll
Shweta.
come back. And
Okay,
I
ma'am.
I
Sure,
know
sure. When the
already.
question will come to you, and then I'll come back to
I
you, ma'am.
certainly
Sure,
will
sure.
be answering.
That's the personality of a senior principal. You give chance to everyone. Thank you, ma'am. We will come back to you
Thank
for sure. Next, we
Thank
have
you.
Sweta Oja, ma'am. She's the principal of Sushila Model School, Ghaziabad. Ma'am has 12 years experience in teaching English and leading senior secondary schools. She has worked with brands like Nagin Group of Schools, St. Xavier Schools, Ram Manohar Lohia Group of Institutions, Neve the School, that's founder principal. Currently working with Mukund Lal Groups as principal to Sushila Model School. She's a trained dancer as well as theatre artist also. She was a part of a Rang Karmi group led by Usha Ganguly of West Bengal. She's dynamic, proactive person whose strength lies in carrying positivity. So we have different qualities of principals also over there, not who are associated with other things also. Ma'am, we don't want to know about her career. We want to know about this, your association with this Rang Karmi group led. Please let us know.
It's really lovely to listen to all and really lovely to hear Bhavna ma'am's view, Alka ma'am and Priyanka Mehta ma'am. I know you by your name very well because here at Ghaziabad, people know you in terms of Heritage Academy, if you remember. So it is really lovely and thank you so much, sir, to allow me to be a part of this. And as ma'am has said that, you know, hearing and learning things from these experts is really lovely. But for this Ranga Karmi group, sir, from the college, I was picked up by Mrs. Usha Ganguly because I was attending workshops, a lot of workshops. And Usha Ganguly, ma'am, I worked with her for 5 years as the part of the only Hindi language drama team, theatre team from West Bengal. Generally, there we have Bengali theatre clubs. So I worked with her and I used to come to Delhi as well for shows. And then gradually it took me into dancing, but I selected teaching as per my profession later. And I started my teaching career from Heritage Academy as a TGT English teacher. This is situated at Moti Nagar. And gradually from TGT to PGT, and then gradually I moved into the vice principalship and then ending up into a principal.
Ma'am, basically you're from West Bengal.
Yes, I am from West Bengal, sir.
But I am not from Punjab, ma'am. I am from Kanpur only. if you're a Bengali,
nice,
you are from
Mr.
Punjab.
Chandok.
So, I am not from Punjab. I am basically from Kanpur only. Born and brought up in Kanpur. I do move sometimes, go to Punjab, but more I go to Delhi and NCR. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
I'm sure you must be still facing questions. Mr. Chandok, who was in Punjab at that time?
Ma'am, let me tell you, it is a saying that sardars and aloo are found, potatoes are found everywhere in the world.
No, there are more.
So nobody says me. Nobody says me. Like, frankly speaking, we are everywhere. We are 2% of the population. We are all over the world. I'm proud of that, to be a Sikh, to be a Sardi. And if you see a match in China even or Japan even, you will found in the gallery over there, that might be a 1 or 2 Sardis over there. I'm proud to be a Sardi over there. And we are everywhere. And nobody asks me that, are you from Punjab? They know they can be from anywhere because they are all that. You go to Canada, you will find that is a particular Punjab over there. All the Sikhs are over there. So you can find us everywhere and we have great personalities.
I hail from Punjab. I come from Punjab and settled in Ghaziabad.
That's
so
great,
I can relate with that.
Ma'am, which city you are from, ma'am?
Amritsar.
That's great. Amritsar, we have many relatives over there. And of course, Golden Temple is over there. So that is why the glow on your face is just like the from the, you know, that heritage city of Amritsar, ma'am.
Absolutely.
That's good. That's great, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have Dr. Rupa Rani Tyagi, ma'am. She is principal of Eklavya Public School, Ghaziabad. Ma'am has a work experience of 14 years. She is presently working as Eklavya Public School, Moradabad since June 2019. Where she worked as principal as MPS Public School, Ghaziabad. And she has also worked as associate professor in Dr. KNMIT Modinagar, worked as assistant professor at Bharat Institute of Engineering and Technology, worked as assistant professor. Again, she has done B.Ed, PhD in English, post graduation, ma'am, you have come from college level to the school level now.
Yes,
People
sir.
move from school level to college level, or they directly move to college level. And you told me that your case is the reverse one, that you had a lot of experience in colleges and then
Yes.
you came up. Please tell again the things you told me, that what was in your mind to come up to the school level.
Actually, before starting anything or giving the answer of your question, I would like to give pranam to everyone sitting over here, because everyone I'm seeing here and I'm listening, Alko ma'am, Bhavna ma'am, Priyanka ma'am, and Sweta ma'am, everyone, and you, Saujit sir, as well. You all are very much senior and experienced, and I am the last one in the row to have experience of school as well as the total experience if we talk about. So you all are very I should give a good pranam to everyone. Now I come to the question, like, why you shifted, what was the things in your mind? Actually, the thing is, I gave 13 years to engineering, where I was taking professional communication, and I was taking classes for PTP as well. So the students which I was dealing with were basically, they just came from the school after 12th, they came. So the problem was there that the students, they were not able to they were not able to present themselves even after doing 12th. So there was a shift, and the thing was, I was emotionally connected with my school, where I have done my schooling, that is Saraswati Shishu Vidya Mandir in my village. So the things I have got there, they have a great impression on my personality since out these years. Whenever I'm a principal now, before it I worked as associate professor. So the things I did in school, I think I am working on that I want to give that thing in school, and that is possibly only for students in school, not in college, because the students are grown up, and at that time you can mold them so much. So that thing should be done from the starting. That's why this was the only reason I shifted from college to school.
That's great, ma'am. That's great of you. As you told me also that you thought that so many things are missing up with the students who are coming on the college level, graduate level, which should be checked up from the roots. And this route can only be checked when you move up to the college, to the school level. And then you decided to move up to the school level and you became the principal over here. That's great, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. And we'll also see seniority. We are senior. Somebody's having more or less experience, but we learn till the last day we breathe. We learn from a small kid also. A 2-year child also teaches us. So learning, we have a learning process, and these here we are for exchanging our ideas amongst each other, and our knowledge also, and our experience also. You have your different experience. All of us, none of us had the experience of college. So you're different, and you are senior in that. So likewise, everybody has his or her own experience, and we are here everywhere we are to, exchange our ideas, especially over here in this show. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
Then last but not the least, let me introduce to a very, interesting person I met with, Mr. Mayank Jain. Let me introduce first that he obtained a degree of BTech from one of the most prestigious college in India, that is DCE. While in college, he founded a platform called Easy Schooling that would go on to become the largest admission platform in Delhi NCR. He has helped 10,000 plus parents in their admission journey through his Zoom sessions. He also visited 10,000 of schools across India and consulted and guided them on how to boost admissions. He knows the ins and outs of the field like no one else. What I came to know about him, I met him with him, and when I came to know about, because in our show, what we do is that we are principals working in education field from 1 decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, or 4 decades. We do not know about what is happening in industry. Like children have come up to Instagram, they have stopped using the Facebook, but we are still stick to the, as an oldies, we are stick to the Facebook only. So we need to know also what is happening. The theme of the show again, along with this, what is happening in the industry also, because artificial intelligence and all this internet and everything has come. So many changes have come. We used to do shopping while going to the market, to the stalls and all. But now through all these apps like Flipkart and Amazon and all, everything you get delivered at home. There are many changes. He told me that he has his traditional father business, but he didn't join the business. And it came up in his mind during the college time that there's a bridge or a gap between the parents and the schools. So he started up this venture of Easy Schooling. Although there might be more websites also, more people also. I came across this person only, so I invited him to come up to my show because we want to know what is happening, what these people are doing. Because as a principal, all of us know so many people come up to our schools and school offices. They send a visiting card. We say them to okay, say them that let you know to be what is right and what is wrong, because wrong things are more, frauds are more, to be very frank. Maybe only 1% or 10% of the 100% who are coming to us for the ERPs and this and that, we can't entertain even. It's not like principal don't want to meet. They don't have so much time to. So then when I met him and I came to know that he has started up with a very different concept, although this was new for me, that there's a platform where the schools can list themselves and the parents, because in the big cities like Delhi and NCR, if they have to go for admission to the schools, 4 to 5 schools, it will take around 10 to 15 or 20 days, maybe a month also, because they have to go for their work also and they have to take out time to go to the schools also to fill the form. And of course, there were many questions, because this is the 6th episode. There were very questions in the mind of the principals also and some people also, that how do you check it out? There are certain schools who put up that we have this and that in their websites, and we do not know when the parents take admission. They see that half of the things are there, rest of the things are not there in the school. And because of those type of schools, whatever they are, the other schools who are reputed schools, their reputation goes down. Parents say sub school aise hi ho. So how do they do this? How do we doing this? He told me about, we do it like this. I got into connection with, frankly speaking, I'll tell it today now in the 6th episode, that I got connected with few of the principals who are working with them also, that how are they doing, what are they doing. They go and check up the schools also, that it's whatever they're showcasing in their website is really that or not. Because it's just like example, it came to mind Oyo. That when they associate with any hotel, and when you're booking up, Oyo is over there to write that might not be a fraud. Likewise, they're doing it that the parents, they get connected. They are the bridging the gap between the parents and the schools. And also came into in my knowledge that there are some schools who don't need admissions even. They get their school listed over here. Because if you want to remain on that standard upgraded, you need to have yourself. You see that so many schools, they don't want admissions, but they have their ads, advertisement in the newspapers, on the hoardings and everything, because they want to maintain the standard. They don't want that the people should forget their name. So now, because of e-advertisement and all these things have started. Another example is that we used to send our workers to the platform, to the railway station to get the tickets booked. Then the agents came in between. Now we can book it from sitting at the home only. So the scenario is changing. And what I felt is this is going to move and spread all over India. So welcome, Mr. Mayank. You are doing a commendable job. And if you want to say anything about yourself, how did you came into this? Please.
So thanks a lot, everybody. It was like a great pleasure and proud feeling to share a dice with all of you. Priyanka ma'am and Bhavna ma'am, I know from a time, and I would say Lovely Public School was the first school that was onboarded at Easy Schooling 3.5 years back. And all of their schools are onboarded at Easy Schooling. When Uniapply or those players were not even there, we were there and working with Lovely Public. So I would say Bhavna ma'am and her team is very much progressive in terms of adopting new technologies and making parents aware about all those things. And in East Delhi, Lovely Public School is a school in itself. So thanks a lot, ma'am, for supporting us from the starting. And I know Priyanka ma'am from last year, and it's been quite good collaboration with Sarvottam from past 1 year, and hopefully we are helping them a bit. So how I came into this is when I was in college. So my elder brother was facing a lot of trouble in school admission, and यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि शर्मा जी के लड़के ने स्कूल में एडमिशन लिया है, तो हम भी उस स्कूल में एडमिशन लेंगे. तो वो वाली एक साइकोलॉजी होती है लोगों के अंदर, एंड बहुत सारी मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन और मिसलेड करते हैं दूसरे पेरेंट्स, एडवर्टीजमेंट, वो सारी चीजें. So we should be, so I really like the concept that we should only choose the right school. हर parent unique है, हर parent के aspirations unique है. We should always look at what is our budget, what is student teacher ratio, what is the locality. There are multiple parameters that we should look at, and then only we should choose a school for our child. So क्योंकि अगले 15 साल या next 15 years उस बच्चे के decide होने हैं, उसका career shape होना है. So if we don't choose a right school for our child, then their future will be in danger. So that's why I started with this platform, and it's the sole passion to help more and more parents choose the right school and more schools to help the better parents with them, and they work together to shape the future of their child.
But I'd like to know what was, where did you do your schooling? Which was
So
your
I
school?
did, so I did my schooling from St. Lawrence Convent, Geeta Colony, and then I got
You
into
might, you should have done it from Lovely Public School, so you would have got more support then.
नहीं, I would have loved to. मैं वही कहने वाला था, Lovely Public School में I didn't
No,
work.
I
out.
didn't.
Singh Saab, I liked his idea. That is why I gave him the chance.
Okay.
Although
His kids will come there, ma'am.
Padausi only.
नहीं, ma'am, इन्होंने मौका छोड़ दिया. अब इनके बच्चे आपके पास आएंगे चिंता न करिए. His kids would come over there because
Thank you.
he can't go back to the school again. But again, the second complaint, Mr. Mayank, is that you didn't took admission the first one, and second complaint is you had said that Bhavna ma'am you had talked about Priyanka ma'am. Alka ma'am also gives a very good support. You didn't say anything about her, and what about Rupa ma'am?
I think
And what
Mayank
about-
is doing, I think as far as we are concerned, it was great listening to him. Because what I liked about Mayank was that he was absolutely clear about what he wanted and what he wanted from the schools to do on his portal. So that was, we had some very tough questions thrown at him, because all schools these days are in an area where, of course, schooling, learning, teaching is one side, but then there's a lot that goes beyond any school. So we had a lot of questions, but I was very impressed by the clarity of his thoughts and his understanding of the process and the ultimate aim that the benefit should go to the parent and the child. Now that was what convinced us to join hands with him, because we never wanted a marketing firm to be associated, because at the end of the day, then it affects the reputation of the school. If you as a school are on a wrong portal, it affects you back. So with him, it was a very different interaction, and congratulations, Mayank. I think you're doing a wonderful job.
Thanks a lot.
Ma'am, and that was also the reason because I told him to come over here, and because I feel that we should promote the youngsters, because they are based on artificial intelligence and this on internet and all. वो कहते हैं ना, हमारा तो हाथ बहुत छोटा पड़ जाता है इन सब कामों में, तो we need these type of people who support us for all these things. And of course, we should also support our youngsters. We are seeing that now, whatever the teachers who have worked with us, as in teacher or PGT or coordinators, they have become principals now. We feel very proud that we are principal maker now. We have reached that destination of our age and experience that now we are producing principals. So we are not jealous that वो मेरी teacher थी, मेरे साथ साथ होते हैं, मैं आके मेरे बगल में बैठती है आके. So we don't have that feeling with that. We feel proud. And still, my principal is also there. I've got before this, I was in State Hananam Jaipuria, Hamirpur as principal. You have one branch in Ghaziabad also. So I used to have meeting with Mr. Shishir Jaipuria, and I have very good relations with the ma'am over there. I forgot her name. So I have good relations with her. So what we do is that they were our principals first, but now we are also principal. Further principals are becoming. So we feel very proud when the youngsters are doing so good into the industry and they're helping. And so many my students, they have come up now. Like if I would have been in school, but wherever Mayank has studied, I would have been either the PGT or PGT. I would have been there, so he would have studied with me. And frankly speaking, and this thing also came into my mind because I had been a commerce teacher, and all the students almost were from this business background. I've worked with the Jan International, I've worked with the DPS, I've worked with the Singhanias, I've worked with the Jaipurians. So I feel that these students, they are from business background, and most of them joined their own business. He got that courage and that innovation is in his mind that I should start up a different thing. Might be common, there might be 2-3 more platforms. I don't know much about this. I didn't discuss even with him also that there might be more websites or whatever programs over there. He started up 4 years back. So at that time, there were no platforms, I think so. That came up in his mind that I should start up this thing, and this is great. This will bridge up the gap. Yesterday, principal was saying that there should be a topic where we can bridge up the gap between the parents and the school. Parents have a lot of misconception about the schools. That the schools they don't do anything. Everything they do, they don't do anything. and they are there for minting the money only, but they don't understand what we are doing. You are not able to handle your 2 kids at home. We handle thousands of students in the school. You should salute us instead of giving complaints, bringing complaints. So that is there. The cooperation of the parents. Please say to the parents, come up with the suggestions. Don't come up with the complaints, because we are also a human being. You can't control your 2 kids at home, and in a class we have to control a student of around 30 to 40 at least. So the teacher also sometimes gets irritated. So please cooperate. So that was. Bhavna ma'am, will you like to say something?
If you allow me, of course, because
Sure,
I
ma'am.
agree with what you are saying. Last year, because 15 months we are in the lockdown. So there was 2 children were there who used to bully everyone, and the parents were not ready to listen. So I actually did this experiment in the school. So what did I do? The mothers and fathers, they were all, we know all parenting. So, and they were educated enough. So what did I do? I purposely made my teachers absent on a few days. And I asked the mothers to take care of the class. And after that, after this experiment, they actually said hats off to the teachers who are actually taking care of so many children in such a
Very good
beautiful way.
experiment, ma'am. Very
So
good experiment.
it happened in our school.
That's great, ma'am. उन्होंने अपने कान पकड़ लिए होंगे, मेरी तौबा, हम नहीं संभाल सकते. It is there, ma'am. What do the parents say? कि शुक्र है भगवान का कि भगवान ने जो है वो 6 घंटे का स्कूल बनाया हुआ है. And at the very same time, you're criticizing the schools. When it happened with the pandemic and the fees and all, the main demonstration was there in Delhi and NCR only. How will the teachers get the salary? You are saying that fees should not be paid. If your children are not studying for 2 years or 1.5 years, what will happen to them? They will become zero. So they do not understand this, what we are doing, what the teachers and the staff and the principal is doing. So that is a very good experiment, ma'am, that you said them, you come over here and teach over here, our teacher is not there. And if you do a good job, we'll point you over here. So she ran away. She might have ran away in 2-3 days only. In 2-3 days only. She wouldn't have taken even 1 week's time also.
Right. You're right. Absolutely right.
That is there, ma'am. It is not so easy because we are facing it. We are facing it. That is why we know. And she might have also told it to other parents also. Yet it is very difficult.
I usually quote this example to others.
That is why we speak about this in the sessions also, because after getting it viral in YouTube and all, it is shown to the parents also. The parents also see that. Yet why they should understand the schools. If we are talking about this topic every Saturday, we are talking about the feelings of the principals also. We are also human beings. We can also make little bit errors also, because of course, again, I'm speaking the same thing. When 2 kids are at their home, they are not able to control that. They fight so much. When a teacher is holding 40 kids in a class, it's very difficult. It's next to impossible. I mean, there are superheroes. Teachers are superheroes. They are controlling that. Even now, we cannot control. We can control the teachers. We cannot go into the class even now after so many years as a principal also. If you say me go and teach in the class every day, I cannot go now. And now I cannot go for sure. I had been going till last to last year, but now I cannot go. Thank you, man. Thank you, ma'am, for your beautiful suggestion. If this thing will happen, at least in my school now, I'll say the mother, you are very talented, you are very educated, and we need a teacher. We'll have a trial of yours for 2-3 days. Please do come and teach this subject. And we'll send it to the class, and that will be a very good example. But the rest of the students will also say, "Uski mama आई थी, वो तो भाग गई थी बड़ी कस के, मैं वो बहुत बोल रही थी, भाग गई देख के." That's great, man. Very wonderful. So this is what great ideas we get from wonderful people like you, ma'am. We get great idea. Okay, let's come up to the next part of the program. We'll come up to the questioning session. Although I'm not so big to ask question, but we have to discuss. Alka ma'am, I'll come up to you.
Right, sir.
Our topic of today is that schools of 21st century. When we talk about 21st century, means from when we were there in the schools, maybe 20 years or 30 years or how many years. Now the schools of 21st century. What do you mean when we say it's a 21st century school?
Okay, thank you, sir. When we say 21st century schools, I would say they are the ones that provide skill sets to the students such that they survive and thrive in the present. We called it VUCA world nowadays, which is very volatile, uncertain, ambiguous. So the schools which can provide skill sets so that these students, they can survive in this kind of world. And when we talk about the skill set, I would say that generally, you know, previously we would say study English, physics, chemistry. Now it's different. The skill set what the students require is flexibility, adaptability, observation, empathy, which is most important. I think all the teachers will agree with the design thinking coming in. So empathy is the key word, the first word when we start. Creativity, innovation, also resilience, what I think the teachers, the students, we've learned in this pandemic, which is most important skill set out here. And I would say that learning how to learn. Many of these skills, what we're talking about, inherently they're metacognitive and fractal, demonstrating the same basic principles of various levels of details of knowledge, what we are referring to. Now, one more thing I would like to say is that the school's focus should be ensuring that these students, I would not say that, you know, although I would just like to talk about Bluebell's Model School just for a minute. Like our students are city toppers for years. This is like a 41 years old school. But in spite of that, right now, with the changing time, as you just said, I would say we have to produce problem solvers, decision makers, enablers. You know, when the student is going to leave the school, he has to have the life skills that help him, you know, find the solution wherever the child is. Not that 99% is going to work. It works, but along with that, there's something more I would say. Most importantly is that child has to be comfortable working with the people around. And collaborative skills is something what I think, even if we have a Sujirama theater festival, everywhere, what is it what we are teaching them? Collaboration. Right now, there is one word what I think all educators we are talking about, Education Revolution 4.0. What is that? What is that what we are referring to, right, when we say Education Revolution 4.0? That's basically that we need to train the students in such a manner so that they're ready for the jobs which do not exist right now. And they are ready for Industrial Revolution 4.0. And that Industrial Revolution 4.0 is nothing but basically, you know, the kind of careers or the jobs which would be available later would be the ones which talks about automation, which talks about artificial intelligence, what you were just talking about, sir, which talks about robotics. We would not have jobs which exist right now. You said initially we used to go stand in a line, buy the ticket, now it's online. It would be very different once again. So 21st century schools are the ones who know what is required by the child, you know, in next 20 years. The moment he steps out of the school, is he ready for the careers which are there? Like I would say a school should have an amalgamation of artificial intelligence, augmented reality, like AR, what we are talking about, VR, what we are talking about, virtual reality, automation, digital. When we, there's one more thing, I think even CBSE realized this, saying that 21st century school, the 4 subjects, what they recently introduced. They said design thinking, they were talking about data science, they talk about coding, they talk about artificial intelligence. Why? Because they know this is what is required. From which grade? Grade 6 onwards? And I think every school jumped in and said, yes, we want it. Why? Because we don't want that we should be a school which produces students who are unfit for the world which is right there, which I think we are also not aware about. From where are we teaching? We generally try to teach from where we are coming. It's the other way around. We have to move in future. That is what is a 21st century school. You know, where we constantly, we talk about saying that the research work has to be there. We're talking
Absolutely,
about,
ma'am. Absolutely, you're right, ma'am. Because I used to teach accountancy, and ma'am, Bhavna ma'am also will second with me. That student used to ask that whatever you're teaching us, will we use this? I'm talking about my subject only. Okay, whatever we are studying right now, will we use this? We are studying social studies, history over here. Will we use this?
true,
So
sir.
practically education system is like Like we have many topics in accountancy which are never used, we don't have debentures being taught, and many other topics are there which are being taught. There are in the syllabus from last many years, so many years, but we use it. So that now the children are aware. They ask whatever we are doing, is it right? That is why we see an average student does much more good in the life, because a topper one is always in the books. He doesn't knows anything about the life and all, many a times. And I'll share one more thing, that we had a workshop of artificial intelligence for a company did that, and the person was from IT Kanpur. Metro construction is going on, so he got late half an hour. So he said that a time will come that these drones will be used to carry the people. I'll sit on the drone and come over here. So nothing is impossible right now.
Absolutely.
Drones, even in the foreign countries, they are delivering the goods of 100 kgs. So of course, they can carry a person also. So it is not possible right now in India, but it will be possible in maybe in 5 years. When the mobile when mobile phone came in 500 rupees of that Reliance. So at that time, 30-35 years back, I said a time will come when a vendor will be there, a Mufli wala peanut, Mufli wala will remove his Mufli and take out the mobile and he'll talk. If I'm talking this right now, he's saying, what stupid thing you are talking about? But at that time, that was, this can happen. It was not possible. But now, whatever is happening, we have reached so many planets also, nothing is impossible. If somebody says something, it can happen. Artificial intelligence, they were talking about, that this movie came, Chitti, that a man is intelligent and he makes a machine which is 100 times intelligent than him. If that machine makes more machines, multiply that machines, so that will be a disaster. So that is also a negative part of artificial intelligence. So these are the things which will move on. Rightly said, Alka ma'am, that we should not teach children for present. We should teach them for the future. We should add them all this. I think NEP will be adding a lot of things, but how far it will be practical? Like CC pattern came, it was near to this only, but it got failed and it was been removed. How practically, because we are in agriculture country, there are more than 550 villages in the country. How this is being in cities, to every school will use it. All our schools, we are already using it. But there are thousands and lakhs of schools which are not still using. So let's see how the things will come into an NEP will come. Thank you so much, Alka ma'am. You have given an insightness that the point is that we should teach the children for the future jobs which are not present right now, and for sure they will be present after a few years.
And,
thank you so much, Alka ma'am.
Just a line I would like to add is saying that it is not just that the students, I think the teachers also, as leaders, NEP being successful, I think a lot of onus lies on us. The teachers also we need to work on. They have to be forward-looking, curious, flexible, learners. So that's again one thing we actually should be working on.
Ma'am, teachers are directly connected. Only they can do it. We cannot do anything. In fact, we cannot do anything. In fact, they can do it because they are directly connected. We cannot move into the classes with the students all the time. Especially the primary and pre-primary kids, they regard their teachers more than the parents. So that is why we keep on doing counseling sessions and training sessions to the teachers, so that they may also learn. They should know that they are not only here to work to get salary only. They have this much of thing they have to do. Right, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Then I'll come up to Priyanka, ma'am. We will also like to know your views about the schools of 21st century.
I think Alka's already given the complete outline of what we should be looking at. What I'd like to add here is the other perspective. Just a little addition to what she said. I think 21st century school would be looking at all its stakeholders. So it's not you're just looking at the child, you're looking at the parent as well. You're looking at your own teachers, like she just added, and you're looking at the entire school scenario. Now, 2 years back, who would have thought that our teachers would be just talking across a screen and just doing things which probably in the beginning of March would have sounded impossible for some of us to do. And for that matter, if you were to ask me, pan India, the change and the understanding has come in that the school and the class goes beyond the four walls, like Bhavna ma'am said. It has to move beyond the four walls of any structure. So the first thing that I think any 21st century school is going to be looking at is expanding the horizon of learning beyond just content. It's not just the content that we're looking at. We're looking at the whole information that is available, and that information to be interpreted in the right manner. So the challenge here in the future is going to be the vast expanse of information, how the child is going to interpret it, how are we going to use this, synthesize this, create new. We're going to be looking at a lot many entrepreneurs. Mayank is sitting right here with us, a young boy dreaming and creating his own dreams into reality. What we're looking at is an age of entrepreneurship. So are we building that competence? Rightly said, the Revolution 4, it's a lovely book. If any head of the institution can get their hands on, must read the Education Revolution 4. Oh, it's an eye opener. So what we're looking at is something that we're pushing the children, but we don't exactly know what. So in that case, what works better? I would say what, and I would like to add very, very strongly to entire thing is the mental well-being. We need to be looking at the mental well-being of the children, because a lot of information, a lot of technology would lead to a lot of disconnect too. So we need to be looking at the social connect, the mental well-being. And yes, empathy comes right connected there only. We're looking at physical fitness. We're looking at children who would be healthy in mind, soul, and body to be handling any challenge that would come in the future. So a lot of collaboration, creativity, creation, critical thinking is going to come around in the times to come. And everything around us is going to be weighed according to that. It's not going to be what was written in history or what was written in geography. What is the map all about? It's more about how does a child interpret that information. So if you're teaching geography, if you're teaching a map to the world, like for example, I'll just share a small little experience with you. For us, a normal class would be, in a social science class, how do we go about teaching the different countries of the world? The teacher looks at it like one of those chapters where, the world's continents, the world map is brought in, and the teacher says, okay, this is this country, this is this country. I happened to collaborate with a school in Florida, and we were having a Skype session. And it was very interesting to know what the teacher did. She never told her children that which country we was coming to talk to them, which country we belong to. So she'd given these set of questions to the children to ask us. Now, through those answers, her children were able to identify that it was an Indian school collaborating, and we were talking to them. Then, of course, they had this entire project. One chapter was done as a project where children have their little passports and they identify the countries, they collaborate them on a Skype session, and they learn more about it. What a wonderful experience. I think that changed my perspective of teaching what we taught in the classes. My teachers were like, wow. So you see, we are going to traverse boundaries. We are going to be looking at many, many things in future where you see that the way what we teach today may not make sense to children when they go abroad. We have to look at the fact that the boundaries are no more relevant. So are you preparing your children to respect the cultures of the future world? They are going to be challenged with a lot of understanding where they move out of the country. They need to understand that it's okay to eat in a certain manner. It is okay to dress up in a certain manner. It is open to believe in certain cultures and religions and beliefs. And how do you behave when you are surrounded by people of many, many cultures and many, many faiths? How do you expect to behave? This is going to be of great importance. And if the school misses out on this kind of training for children, I think the entire content is lost. It's of no use, no matter how much 99, no matter how many hundreds we get, but the child will never be able to, carve a place in the out wild world. So I think a 21st century school, in my view, is going to be a school which opens up to teaching the children whatever they want to know. It's a child-centered school. It's a place where teachers are equipped. You bring in that confidence. And to one thing that you just mentioned, sir, that the cities treated differently, and we have places in the country where we can't even access internet. Let me share a small, I don't know where, I'm forgetting where I read it, but this one teacher, the teacher moves to every little place in a village on a bicycle. I think it's a motorbike, carrying a blackboard with all the learning resources attached to the motorbike, collects the children of that little place and exposes them to learning even in the pandemic. So if a teacher is passionate, I don't think anything can stop of anything happening in the school. So
Absolutely right, ma'am.
we need to be pushing our teachers to think creatively, to bring that change, what they want to see around themselves. That's my view.
That's great, ma'am. I'm absolutely right, because it is not necessary that technology is with you, then only you'll be able to teach, or the resources or the funds are with you. A bio teacher can take the children into the garden and can teach them. The social studies teacher, history teacher can make them as characters. And it is boring. The social studies, history, mostly it becomes boring. So they can say, then you will become this, you will become this, and you are going to read the chapter. You will see what your character is, and we will play that once in a week. We'll play that. Yeah, we'll have a play on that. So the learning is also there, enjoyment is also there. This way learning can be.
Yeah, and one more thing, I think very soon we are going to be looking at times where one teacher is not just teaching one subject. The integration has to come in. You need to know everything about everything to be able to speak to a child, because a child can now get access to information from anywhere. So that needs to also, be looked into.
Ma'am, from EPICS, we have come to know whatever was there thousands of years back is there again. We call it that nuclear weapon. It was there then also. We had talked about Ramayana and Mahabharata also. We see about the fashion also. Whatever the fashion is going on right now had happened earlier also. So that's a circle which moves on. The things will come again back to this, that will come back from the technology to the ground level, which is necessary. A time will come, for sure. After this discussion, I think so, right? Then I'll come up to Bhavna ma'am again. Bhavna ma'am, we have already discussed about, your question is, what are the drastic changes that schools have seen from our era, that is around 30-40 years back. And because you are into the teaching from around 30 plus years, you came up to the schooling. From that time till now, you might have seen a lot of changes. So in precise, tell us what changes have you found over here?
Thank you again for giving me the chance. You are right that I started when I still remember when I started my journey as a nursery kid. That time we used to have that takti and kali shahi and that gachni ki mitti, and which every day we used to prepare our own blackboards, and we used to learn writing. And that was the time when we used to use that wooden pen, that a kalam, which you say. And today also, when we talk about how much pollution is there, we need to see our resources. We are again moving to what recreate we can. We again want to create the same kind of kalam which should not affect our environment. So basically, if you see that it's balancing. Present school has a human teacher. I know the future school will have the mechanical teachers. As Alka said rightly, the teacher with intelligence, the robotics and all these kind. But we really have to look one thing here, that are we teaching, as she says, that as we come out of the school, are we ready to have the life skills with us? Do we have enough skills so that we can carry our lives beautifully? I was just reading somewhere that it was an incident. I don't know whether this incident is correct or not, or fake, whatever. But the incident was that the parent was explaining that ki raat ko mera bachcha jab utha, he was into the pose like he's sitting before that small gazette, and he was answering. And it took me almost half an hour to realize him that he is still in the sleep. So okay, we have all kind of gadgets with us, but are we giving the same beautiful life which actually we expect our children to have? Are we able to give them a comfortable life where they have less amount of psychological problem? So these are the things which we really have to look after. You know, I was talking to a young person. He's you might have I won't take the name of the person, but he was discussing, we people were discussing, and he was saying that we really, if we actually want to talk about the inclusion or these words, you know, these are more words, inclusion, equality, excellence. Are we actually including everyone? और सिर्फ एक I should मैं तो ये बोलूंगी सिंह साहब की मेरे ये वर्ड्स को काट देना. We are more into SC, ST, this and that. Are we actually finding out the right candidate? किस बच्चे को कैसी knowledge और classroom देने की जरूरत है? I mean, we actually have to think about this. We are an agriculture people. And from last almost 1 year, I think, we are facing no agriculture, no production, but Kisans are on the dharna. We should have the school, future school, which teach our children this. I don't believe that. I agree that today you go to Google. My daughter got married 8 months back. So when I asked कि तुमको जाके कुछ मीठा बनाना होगा, she said, I'll open Google and I'll make kheer. So you don't get worried. So the Google auntie is giving a lot of things. Google auntie is a teacher also today. She's spoiling also, and she is creating also. The point is, we have to give a school which teach them a balance of life. If we are learning something, वही आपकी बात, चिट्टी ने एक और चिट्टी बनाया होता तो वर्ल्ड गिर जाता. So what kind of a chitti we have to produce? We are giving them the knowledge about the robotics also. We are giving you everything, all mechanical things. But use your thing so that you can use it. I still remember पहले पूरा काट के और heart surgery होती थी. Today you are using the robotic. This is actually what is a balance of life. What we have to teach our children. That how beautifully they can use their, mind, their skills, their education, so that they create something beautiful for the world. Lot of other things are there, but I think it's enough.
Ma'am, and what I feel is that there's a cat race also that
yes.
The management also is up. Frankly speaking, the management, you need to be the best. आपको जो facilities लानी है, जो introduce करना करिए. Everybody is running. All the schools are running. Okay, we want to prove we are the best and we are having so many facilities, this and that. What are you looking basically for the child?
I certainly agree with you, Sarabjit ji. I have, lot of things in the school. Dance, music, English music, Hindi music, yes, sports, this sports, so many arenas. But my God, in 6 hours, you want your children to learn English, Hindi, maths, SST, everything, along with these 25 or 30 activities which every school is giving. Because Sakale school ke paas 3D lab hai, to mere paas kaise nahi hoegi? I have to give that 3D lab to my children. So, we actually have to come out of that race. Until and unless we educated come out of this race, we cannot make our children realize that we actually have to realize our parents. मेरे हिसाब से 6 साल तक बच्चों को स्कूल देखना ही नहीं चाहिए. But अगर वो 6 साल तक नहीं आएंगे तो स्कूल कैसे चलेगा? That's also a silly question.
And I agree with you, ma'am, because parents come up to, one of the principal in the session was saying that parents come up to the school and they ask, what facilities are you have? Then only we'll admit our child. They are not asking what values are you giving.
Yes.
They are not asking what values are. If we talk in one word, values. What values are you giving, which are the most important? everything you are giving, horse riding and swimming and everything you are giving, but the child is not treating well with the parents outside the home also. What are
Yes.
you giving? You
Yes.
have, he knows everything, but he knows nothing. Because if values are not over there, nothing's over there. If values are over there, everything is over there. Parents are also rushing, ma'am, because parents are rushing. So it's like management also says, do whatever the parents say. The market is like the product has to be made according to the
Yes.
customers. And
Yes.
here, when we talk about education, whatever facilities are needed are according to the parents. वो बगल में स्कूल में हो गया, आपने क्यों नहीं अभी तक कराई? आपका अभी 3D लैब अभी तक क्यों नहीं आया? जब हम कराने के लिए तैयार है, अपना क्यों कर रही है? You know that this is useless, it is not needed right now. अब child studying in class 5, his parent is saying इसको तो मुझे इंजीनियर कर बनाना, IT करवाना है इसको. मैंने कहा आपने तो मार दिया उसको आज ही. उसको तो पढ़ाई के बोझ में डाल के तो आप आज ही उसको कर दोगे. Let him grow. Pre-primary parents, they are coming, you don't give homework. Mother, there are so many problems with the parents. You are absolutely right, Bhavna ma'am. The counseling of the parents is needed. Neither the teachers nor the students. Counseling of the parents is needed. And let's see, hope we can do anything for this. Thank you, Bhavna ma'am. But at the last, we'll come to you about the lovely school also that you wanted to tell us about that. One more incident you wanted to tell in the beginning. We'll come back to you, ma'am. Next, we will come up to Shweta ma'am. Ma'am, how do you pronounce your name, ma'am? Again, tell us, please.
Sir, it's
Sweeta.
Sweeta.
Sweeta. Very, very unique name, ma'am. So I thought there's a spelling mistake. It might be Sweetie or something like or Shweta. But I thought you're sending it right. It might be right then. So I thought I am wrong. But that's a very unique name, ma'am. And you already told us that you are from Bengal.
West Bengal, yes.
West Bengal, that's great. West Bengal, already we had 2-3 principals in our show. And that's also a very great place. And education is quite flourished over there. And you have brought that education from there to over here.
Right.
So, ma'am, will you like to add something into this, that from the that era to this era, what changes have made it precise?
Sir, I will like to add something what Bhavna ma'am was just discussing about the parents part. Hannah. So for the parents part, I would like to say that first and foremost, we also need to counsel the parents to spend time with the children. They need to see their children grow as well. You know, this rat race, which is also going on among the parents, they are missing out that very essential thing. At the same time, when they are questioning the schools about what you are teaching or how the things are going on, why my child is not capable of, the same goes with them too. Since they are not watching their kids growing, they are not watching their kids being created as an individual. So when a good individual will only be created if the parents and the school, they both go parallel into their work, and the parents need to play roles in terms of imparting ethics, the values, family bonding, affection. See, we teachers in school, we are teaching the children everything, but children are spending 6 to 7 hours with us. But then when they're going back home, those things need to be implemented and practiced. That too under parents. And that is not being done, which I feel, where the parents' roles are lacking. And whereas we are being penalized on that part for the schools.
Absolutely right, ma'am. Absolutely right. Because parents, either they are working or they have business. If they have business, so father is going for the business and mama is going for the kitty parties and all.
Right.
Or both are working, especially in Delhi and NCR, the parents are working. They don't give time to the kids. Until and unless they don't give time to the kids, we will not be able to do anything into that. In precise, you have told the gist of everything, ma'am, that this is particularly needed. This should be noticed by all the parents at least half an hour or 1 hour at night, at whatever time they can give on the holidays or whatever they can give. Instead of moving here and there with the parties and all, they should give time to the kids. That is very important. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next, I'll come to Rupa ma'am. Rupa ma'am, we'd like to know from you that how has the presentation of the schools have changed in 2021?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Like if we talk about the presentation in terms of infrastructure and all, the schools, they have maintained a lot. And in this particular time in this pandemic, if we talk about, schools they have maintained COVID-19 ready schools. Schools are prepared now. And as far as the presentation, as I will connect it with the statements Bhavna ma'am has given, that the more focus of schools is just to show and just to impress the parents in terms of infrastructure, in terms of facilities, in terms of technical gadgets, whatever you are providing to students in school as well. So the focus is not on values. The focus is not on the basic things, the ground reality, a child, what he or she is getting actually. So presentation of schools, that is totally changed in present time. And this is just because of I should say the word अभी पहले भी यूज किया भेड़ चाल कि एक स्कूल ऐसा कर रहा है तो दूसरा स्कूल भी वैसा कर रहा है. The schools are just doing it to get more and more impression on the parents and market that, oh, that school is having that kind of facilities. So this is totally changed. The more focus is on things to show, not on the ground level on the students. Equality, as ma'am said, and inclusion, as ma'am said, that is somewhere lacking behind. This is only the things we use in talk only.
Absolutely right, man. Absolutely right. Ground level
Actually,
values
the
are
reality
needed.
is not. Reality is something else. So
Right,
this is
right.
happening. And one more thing I want to add the presentation, the things we used to do in centuries before, or we talk about the time when ma'am has said that there was a plank and we used to just prepare it for writing. So now the schools, they are using this thing also. They are using like mud treatment is also there for the kids. They are giving the pools filled with mud. So that kind of things are also added, but it is actually the child getting that kind of experience which we used to get. This is just to show that the school is at this time in cities, because this kind of experience is not available for the parents to give their child. That's why they are just searching about the school which is just giving this kind of experience. But that experience is totally changed what we are giving today in today's school. Thank you.
Absolutely right, ma'am. Absolutely right. Right. Thank you so much, ma'am, Rupa ma'am. And next we'll come up to Mr. Mayank. Mr. Mayank, you have heard up with all these things. Just tell us, because basically we like to know that how do you, bridge up this gap between the schools and the parents, and how do you communicate? You told us that you take up the sessions of the parents also, that you tell them. You told me that after this session also you'll be coming up to at 7 o'clock. You have session with their parents. You tell the insightness of the principals also. You tell them that what is needed. So how do you, what do you do for this? Please let us know.
So I've also visited a Bluebell School, Gurugram in some time back, and I met Yogesh ji over there, and I was meeting an IT teacher of that school, and he was so knowledgeable, and I was so surprised to see that a lot of good IT AI work was going on in that Bluebell School. So that was something that I came in my mind. So I just mentioned that. But talking about my session, so what we do is we organize Zoom sessions in which we guide parents in choosing the right school for their child. And as Bhavna ma'am, Rupa ma'am rightly pointed out, that the facilities of the schools, all the infrastructure of the schools, and all those things matter. But I think a parent, like I already told you, that every parent is unique and their aspirations are unique. So आप कितना बड़ा स्कूल बनाते हो, कितनी ज्यादा लैब्स हैं वहाँ पे, वो मैटर नहीं करता. It's how you are like shaping the future, how you are imparting, how you're balancing the co-curricular activities and academics in a school, how you're ensuring that holistic development of the school is happening. So I was talking to a parent today in the morning. He has 22 years of experience in ONGC. I just take half an hour personal counseling sessions with a lot of parents who are looking for school for their child. So he was telling me that kid was like in 5th grade, and he was telling me मुझे IIT में भेजना है अपने बच्चे को, मेरा ये एस्पिरेशन है. मैंने सर से बोला, मैंने कहा सर विद ऑल ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट, आप बहुत कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में यहाँ पे काम कर चुके हो, बट आई हैव टॉक टू थाउजेंड्स ऑफ पेरेंट, एंड इफ 5वीं क्लास के बच्चे को ये नहीं पता कि IIT में पढ़ेगा क्या वो. सो हाउ कैन वी से कि हमें IIT में भेजना है. तो उन्होंने बोला कि मेरे को सर एक ऐसा स्कूल बता दो जिसमें मैं डालूं तो बच्चा IIT में चले जाए. मैंने कहा सर ऐसा कभी होता नहीं है.
ऐसी मशीन बता दो कि इधर से डाले तो उधर से वो इंजीनियर बन के निकले. इट साउंड लाइक समथिंग लाइक दैट कि इधर से अगर हम वो डाले बीट डाले तो उधर से वो बिस्किट बन के केक बन के बाहर निकल रहा है.
So much big organization, 22 years of experience. I was so surprised to see things like that. So absolutely right. We need to counsel parents कि कौन सा स्कूल सही है, हमें क्या एस्पिरेशन रखनी है अपने बच्चों से. अगर हम IIT, एम्स या यही सब चेस करते रह जाएंगे तो वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू प्रोड्यूस व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड. एंड आई वुड से, मैं इंटरव्यू लेता हूँ डेली बहुत सारे लोगों का हायर करने के लिए. आई से कि अनएम्प्लॉयबल लोग ज्यादा हैं. मेरे को हायरिंग बहुत करनी है बट आई एम नॉट एबल टू हायर. So if we need to counsel parents so that they are able to work closely with the schools. I think schools बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, but अगर हम parents को schools के साथ एक ecosystem create कर पाते हैं जो कि हमारा vision है, तो ही बच्चे जो create होंगे they will be skilled so that they are able to cope up in 21st century and they are able to provide and generate value for themselves. And brain drain नहीं होगा because people look for options outside the country instead of in India. So I think if we work together, we will be able to do it.
That's great. That's great. And we'll also come back to you again. We like to know what extra things you are doing. To remember, you have to tell that there are that as you told also, and we came to know there are some other companies also doing up the same. How you're unique, how you're different from them. We'll come to know in the next part of the program. We'll come to know. And coming up to Alka ma'am, because we have shortage of time, because the topic is also interesting and the introduction also is so interesting that we take 1.5 hour at least for the program. Sorry for that. I'll come up to you, ma'am. Expectations of parents, because this is how we have to bridge up the gap between the parents and the school. So parents have, their expectations have increased as compared to cooperation. I mean, they don't want to cooperate. As I told earlier also, they do not want to come up with the suggestions. Okay, ma'am, you can do this, or you can suggest principal ma'am that we can do this. This is happening. We can do this. Suggestions do come, and we make changes according to suggestions. But now they come up with complaints because a child, if does something wrong, tells it to the mom, and whatever mom says, that is something very strongly being recommended by the father also. Okay, school mein galat ho raha hai. So what do you comment about this, ma'am? What should be done? Or what are your views you want to say to the parents?
Right, sir. See, there are two things. One is my own experience, and the second is what is generally happening. There's a difference. What is my experience when I talk about? Because our students, once they get into the school, they pass out. That's the trend, and that is how it is. So just few things I would like to say. Initially, when Bhavna ma'am, Priyanka ma'am, they were all talking about. So our school is one where, whenever the parent says, and he comes, okay, what is special about Bluebell Model School? So I say it is not the infrastructure, nothing. All what I'll say is, my students are good human beings. So that is generally how I take it up.
That is required.
And then comes when we talk about the parents, yes, there is a change. When we talk about the parents previously, I remember Director Ma'am, like who was the founder principal of our school, almost like 40 years or maybe 30 years back, she says, अलका का एनुअल फंक्शन होता था तो हम रात तक प्रैक्टिस करते थे और पेरेंट्स खाना सब लेके आते थे कि टीचर्स काम कर रहे हैं. एंड नाउ I see a change. Obviously, we have not experienced that, but I see a change out here where the parents are constantly cribbing. They're constantly talking about the fees has gone up. I'm sure all the principals would agree. Abhi aap pandemic mein isko hata dijiye, ye kar dijiye, or this kind of conversation which goes on. So this is where they're expecting, because somewhere, personally, that's my feeling. I feel that, an educational institution, like I'm from CGM Dehradun. Even now when I go, I feel like bowing down, touching the feet of every teacher. That feeling, because our parents taught us that. School hai, teacher hai. The parents, what they're teaching right now is little different. It's saying that, okay, your teacher didn't do this, or let me go to this school. Let me go and talk to the teacher, or I'll complain to the principal. So that's the difference. Cooperation is, the child is going wrong somewhere, or maybe, जैसे आपने बोला था sir, we are human beings. We can go wrong 100 times, right? So same as expectation is, the teacher has to be super perfect, like a robot. And when she's online, the parents are right, pronunciation, everything should be perfect. But whereas, what are we teaching? We have to teach that imperfections also we accept out of students, the other way around. So this is where I think the lack is, what we feel about educational institutions. What are our ethos, upbringing? That has changed. Maybe the dynamics of the whole society has changed. The way we used to, even if our parents look at us, like mother would even look at us, we say, oh, the teacher, the one teacher is there, we would stand and not even move. It is not out of fear, it was out of respect. Because I don't remember that I was scared of any of my sisters, like the teachers, but a lot of respect for them. That changed. And that changes because the parents feel it's like a commercial institution. You look at the conversations, what you read in the newspaper or the teachers, business houses. It's not a business house. What you just said, I think all of us in pandemic, everyone was at home. All the principals were in school, ensuring, everything moves, the kids are taken care of. I'll just give you one incident. The first death of a parent, I was shaken. And immediately I called up, I said, anything what I can do, whatever, And from there, I think the management took up saying complete free education. This is the first phase, second phase, I'm talking about everything. That was the difference, how we look at our parents, how we look at our students, look at the society. But somewhere in the whole process, there are few people who say, you're making money, business, not realizing the teachers have to be paid, not realizing that the school has to go on. So that
Of
cooperation,
course, ma'am.
I'm little lucky, thank God, that I don't face that much of problem because of our relationship with our parents. But it's a norm nowadays. That's a change which is.
They had this impression in the first year, in the first wave of pandemic, but now they have understood that. Parents also have understood that the things that what we are facing. They tried okay, that we can suppress them and we should not pay the fees and all, but how can we pay the salaries to the management? Won't pay it from their pocket.
Absolutely.
It is management can pay, but they won't pay. They won't pay, and we are also bounded because we are a link between the management and the staff. And
Absolutely.
staff look to us.
Absolutely.
Staff look to us कि सर आपकी वजह से हम यहाँ पे, because of you we are over here.
Yes.
So there we have so much responsibilities to do that we can only understand that, or God can understand that. Nobody in between can understand. There are so many problems we are talking about. Few of them we are talking about, which people should understand that, right? Thank you so much, ma'am. Priyanka ma'am, I'll come up to you. What are your views again about this, from cooperation to complaints?
I think I am a person who's not really lost hope on parents at all. And I feel that somewhere in the past, we did go wrong in bits and pieces, that we turned out people who turned out to be parents like these. So I think we must take responsibility of that. So I'm very clear about it, that if parents don't understand what the school is doing, is also because probably the school did not reach out to build that connect with the parent. Now that could be one which we must at least do our own bit to help parents understand the vision of the school. The vision of the school has to go down to the last person. Why you exist? What is your, like Alka just said, that she sits down and she tells the parent that I'm not looking at any other. Incidentally, we speak out the same things, that be very clear that if you're looking at a 99% and you're looking like 100% marks, then we are not the school, because we are looking at something else. We're very clear when we sit down with the parents at the admission time, and we tell them that we know best how to run the school, so don't come back and tell us how to do that. I don't go home and tell you how you have to run your house. So I deserve that respect back. Having said that, still, you see, we are in a relationship. There have to be bridges between us. And at any point of time, I think these bridges have never to be burnt. So being in an industry where, of course, there is a monetary, handling there, anybody is going to misunderstand the entire act. It's not out of the world that people have started, equating learning to what they learn to what they pay for. It's foolish. So during the pandemic, we've even heard parents saying, "Padha kya hai bacche ne jo aap fees le rahe hain?" So we went out, instead of like getting into an argument, we just sat down and we put across that, okay, tell us what better could have been done. You don't feel like your child learning anything, we can stop classes. Fine. Why should my teacher be even teaching your child? If you feel no learning is happening, stop class, test 15 days and come back to us. Like Bhavna ma'am, she stopped the class, the teacher from teaching, and the parent said, "Thank you so much. I'll be back home and you take my child and you handle whatever you are going to do." We had to go down to that level to express to the parents that, look, we are partners in education, right? And it has to be a balance. Second, I think is very important that whenever a comparison comes in, a grievance comes in, it has to be handled. It has not to be left out. Please do not shut out your parents outside the school. They have to be taken on board and let a minimum effort put in to understand where is that grievance coming from. We never have smoke without fire. So probably there's something that you can do to turn out the system better. Like I said, like we just discussed, mistakes are bound to happen, but mistakes not corrected can lead to difference of opinion. So if a parent knows that, I think most of the time, 90% of the time, the problem is the parent has not been able to, reach out to somebody where the parent can vomit it out. Most of the time it says nobody is approachable. I don't know who to talk to. So if you get those channels straight, you as a principal don't have to be available all the time. But are your channels working? You can't be available. Your emails can be. You are not available. There could be a PR in place to be looking at what parents want to say. It can be taken as a feedback. मानना ना मानना हमारे हाथ में है. उसको clarity पे लेना तो जरूरी है. So I think it's very important that we do some kind of a system. There is a protocol in place, a system in place where you're talking to your parents. You are somebody who's available, where they can just post the regret, because most of the time you see parent create hubs. मुझे पसंद नहीं आया, 4 पेरेंट्स और मिल गए, फिर 5 मिल गए. आजकल व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप बन जाता है, वो व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप का नाम भी एक आ जाता है, बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग सा. एंड देन you are hunting for that information to WhatsApp group mein ho kya raha hai. Instead of that, why did you let it go to that level? theek hai na, it's okay. I mean, if you can have a grievance against parent, the parent as well can have a grievance against you. Let the system work, I would say. There we need to be unbiased. So whether it is comparison, expectations to honi hai. For us, it is 40 children in a class, but for that parent, it is 1 child. It is unfair for us to understand that the child is ever going to be not the priority of the parent. But it is for us also to explain to the parent that this child has to grow up on his own. So make sure that the parent is tutored. The parent is like, Mayank just said that they do a lot of counseling sessions with parents. He explains it to them ki karna kya hai. Or as far as I'm concerned, I think I'm pretty lucky. We have been able to always speak to our parents. In 3,000 children, 2,000 children, 20 odd parents, 30 odd parents not happy is just fine. We can't be making everyone happy. And it is always nice to have those 30, 40 people there to keep you awake.
Yeah.
सब कुछ है, जिसको कुछ देखना पड़ेगा, कुछ सोचना पड़ेगा. So with every new thing, I think I take it that way. With every new problem that comes in, we come back with a stronger answer. And one more thing I would have loved to add here, like in the previous discussion, we were saying, schools need to have a very strong, belief in what you're doing. We don't need to bend backwards to prove ourselves. You're already doing a great job. We're handling children. We are telling them we're helping them to learn in whatever good, better, best way we can. Every school is doing a wonderful job. Each teacher is doing a wonderful job. Now, having said that, why do we need to be a school in comparison to the other? We do that ourselves. Nobody's forcing us to do that. I have seen certain admission, and Mayank would agree with me, when we do admission processes, we bring that comparison right from day one.
Absolutely.
That's how some of the principals, some of the schools, they talk to their parents. it's not right always to, not look at a larger perspective. I think we all need to grow up. We all need to understand that let's be proud of what we are doing. And let's not that competition come in to obstruct each other's work also. We need to respect all who are there in the system, whether it is
Ab-
and I belong to, sometime Chandok sir, if you can come down to this level, Bhavna ma'am has seen it. We are at a place, we are back to back 15, 20 schools in the same 1 kilometer, not even 1 kilometer area, I think 50 meters area. We have 15, 20 schools back to back, and each school is surviving and each school is doing a very good job.
45
I-
schools in 5-kilometer radius.
Yes. So that's how we bring it up. I think we must concentrate on what we are doing and how we can do it best. The rest will fall in place. You don't have to have a certification from anyone.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely right. Because everyone has his own personality. You have your own personality, Priyanka, ma'am. You don't compare yourself with anyone. You have your own personality. Same way the school should go on. School has its own way of working, the style and all. They should not compare with the other schools what they are doing. We have our own personality, and it is upon the luck where the students are going and where they are taking admissions. They should not rush on this cutthroat competition. Absolutely right, ma'am. I agree with you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. I'll come up to Bhavna, ma'am. Bhavna, ma'am, parents have a lot of expectations from the schools. But here, I want to ask you that schools also, or administration or school administration also, have many expectations from the parents also. What do you want to send your message as a senior principal to the parents? Okay, what do we need, or cooperation, what do we need from them?
Thank you again for asking such a beautiful question. But do you believe me, Chandok sir, that when this question you told me that you're going to ask me, I just randomly repeated this question to my husband. And he said, oh, management can also expect something from the parents? I said, this is the question which has been asked. Really, people have thought that now school is not an important thing. You are today a doctor, you are today advocate, you are today on any of the good reputed place in any company. Who made you? We are not the industry, we are the makers. We are the makers of you. So I think if, as a parent, when I was choosing my son's school, I chose a very good school. I chose DPS, but unfortunately, when I saw something in a year only, I have to switch my son to some other school, because what I feel is the happiness is important of a child. End of the day, every parents want the child should be happy. This is actually a management also want. The school is creating an environment, that environment where we can encourage the learning, where the children would fall in love with the idea of learning itself. So we expect our parents that they are, they are one of the partner in our, it's if you see the triangle, this parent is one of the angle of the triangle. So together we all are the stakeholder in the beginning, in the ending, in the complete process of making of a child. I believe that achievements are very important. They are highly expected by a parent. The same way the school also expect. A child is in the school for 6 hours only. You are managing 2 children for 24 hours at home, where you are sitting on their head for 24 hours, asking them, what are you doing? You should not have a lot of games time in your schedule, or you are asking them not to use the mobile, or you're asking bahar nahi jana, is friends se nahi khelna, wo nahi. You are keep telling them this. but actually, are you looking after whether the child is actually learning something in the school? If a parent, if a management, or if a principal, if a teacher is asking something that we need to identify, or we have identified this thing in your child, so together let's do something for this. I think the parents should encourage, should be a party with a teacher, and they people have a specific role, in the development of a child. They should also be committed if they want a happy and a whole full soul. So start just looking after your kids at home also sometime, that what kind of the activities they are doing. So it's not that always that you have to pinpoint a school only. They have to understand the parents are the first teachers of the kids. So parents need to give a lot more efforts than what usually they are doing during the growth of that child. And what I say that instead of just cribbing that we haven't got this, that, we all together can do something wonderful.
Absolutely right, ma'am.
Can have
Absolutely right.
efforts.
Because it is always said that don't look at that the half glass is empty. Look at the half glass which is filled. Then only you will be able to do anything in your life. Either that's at work or in your life, but personal life also. Great, ma'am. Great talking to you, ma'am. Sweta, ma'am, we'll also like to know something about what you want to add in, because all our comments, all our, everybody what has told, Mr. Mayank has to deliver it at 7 o'clock to the parents. So we need to rush up because he also has to go up for this. Please.
But Mayank, please send us also how we can view our what we said.
I have requested him. Ma'am, I have requested him that these videos, that these links or videos should be sent to the parents, where they should see directly you people talking and saying this. Of course, this will change them for sure. Although he speaks about all these things in his sessions, as he told me, he is conveying our messages to the parents, but still I've requested him somewhere in the website, there should be a corner in the Easy Schooling corner, it should be there from the mouth of the principals. This should reach directly to the, yes, ma'am.
If Mayank want to take us to the parent, I would request Mayank, please tell the parent that whenever we are doing certain activities with our children, like annual day, or we want him to participate in some zonals or something, they always say, ma'am, bahut sara waqt waste ho jata hai. I think they should understand that these all activities are important. As Priyanka said, we are not instructing them at home कि आपको अपना घर कैसे चलाना है. So please let us give some, let us breathe, let us do something to make him, all rounder.
अगर हम ये ना कराते तो सानिया मिर्जा भी नहीं होती, सचिन तेंदुलकर भी नहीं होते.
You are right.
This is the right answer. क्योंकि a child might not be good in studies, but might be at something. So the good schools or the big schools, they do this. If you're not good at studies, you're always on the ground or in the pool. You are just practicing over there. The parents should understand this. Thank you, ma'am. Sweta, ma'am, please, in a minute, if you can add up something.
Yes, it's just that I'll just wind up the whole thing. So there are the three partners in learning: the students, the parents, as well as the teachers. And they make a formal and informal education schooling for the 360-degree holistic development of the child. With the NEP coming across from the last session, it has been a great thing for us. But at the same time, for the teachers, the training, the workshop is tedious, and they really need to put, better long time than what they were doing. Much more time demand is there for the teachers. So right now, what the teaching methodology or the pedagogy the teachers need to follow, the teacher is not just a teacher now. She needs to be a mentor, a counselor, at the same time a psychologist to understand the psychology of the parents as well as the children. So, and the expectation towards the school is also too much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. I'm so sorry because we are shortage of time. Our
fine.
messages have to be delivered to the parents also.
Right. right.
Coming up to Rupa ma'am again, I'll give you. Are you there, ma'am? I think there is network problem also, Rupa ma'am.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Rupa ma'am,
Yes.
are you listening?
I think
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she has connectivity problem. No problem. We'll come up to Mr. Mayank. Will you like to add up in a minute that how I wanted to ask that how are you different from the other people working in the industry? What better you are giving, the quality you are giving, we should come up to you.
absolutely.
We should,
So
yeah.
we are not only a website that is facilitating admission, but we are a platform which is guiding, counseling, as well as mentoring parents in not saying these items, these lines कि हमें IIT में करा दे, ऐसा स्कूल में एडमिशन करा दो. So we are training and interacting with parents through content, through video, and obviously we are 3 years old and जो भी स्कूल हमारे साथ एसोसिएट होता है, we treat them as our school. So जब से लवली पब्लिक स्कूल हमारे साथ आए हैं, सो यू वोंट बिलीव, चाहे हम 1 या 2 महीने एडमिशन के लिए काम करते हो, बट पूरे साल हम कुछ ना कुछ पेरेंटिंग सेशन, कुछ ना कुछ हम लवली पब्लिक स्कूल के साथ करते रहते हैं टू हेल्प देयर पेरेंट्स एंड किसी भी वे में हम कंट्रीब्यूट कर सके. सो इट्स नॉट ओनली अबाउट प्रोफेशनल रिलेशनशिप्स. एनी स्कूल कमिंग विद अस, एनी पेरेंट कमिंग विद अस is building a personal connection bridge and connecting all these three together to create a good ecosystem.
Lovely Public School will only cooperate with you, or Sarvottam Public School will cooperate with you only when you have 2 kids. One will go in Lovely Public School, another will go in Sarvottam International School. Because you haven't and your brother haven't studied over there, any of you. One of you would have gone to Bhavna ma'am school, and one of you might have gone to Priyanka ma'am school. Then you would have got the option. But again, because you are a young entrepreneur, you're helping us out. So we'll cooperate with you, but you are going to give promise whatever I have told you right now. And all the best to you, all the best to you. You are doing a commendable job in the field of education, and we feel all the best. And we feel that, and we are always with you. I think all of us are senior. You are just like student to us, a child to us, all of these principles, because I can, and they will, for sure, everybody will cooperate with you, because if you are giving help to the schools and to the parents, and you're bridging the gap between them, of course, everybody will try to help you. And this is what is going to happen. I am promising you, but my vision says, and everybody will say that after 5 years or 10 years, nobody will go directly to the schools for the admission, for sure. I think so. These are my, thinking that this will happen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Alka ma'am had some work, so she moved away. And thank you to Alka ma'am from here also. Thank you, Bhavna ma'am. Thank you, Priyanka ma'am. Thank you, Shrita ma'am. And thanks to everybody. Mr. Mayank, you have spared your time. And I hope all the views and Bhavna ma'am views has to be shared over there.
And connecting all these three together to create a good ecosystem.
Lovely Public School will only cooperate with you, or Sarvottam Public School will cooperate with you only when you have 2 kids. One will go in Lovely Public School, another will go in Sarvottam International School. Because you haven't and your brother haven't studied over there, any of you. One of you would have gone to Bhavna ma'am school, and one of you might have gone to Priyanka ma'am school. Then you would have got the option. But again, because you are a young entrepreneur, you're helping us out. So we'll cooperate with you, but you are going to give promise whatever I have told you right now. And all the best to you, all the best to you. You are doing a commendable job in the field of education, and we feel all the best. And we feel that, and we are always with you. I think all of us are senior. You are just like student to us, a child to us, all of these principles, because I can, and they will, for sure, everybody will cooperate with you, because if you are giving help to the schools and to the parents, and you're bridging the gap between them, of course, everybody will try to help you. And this is what is going to happen. I am promising you, but my vision says, and everybody will say that after 5 years or 10 years, nobody will go directly to the schools for the admission, for sure. I think so. These are my, thinking that this will happen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Alka ma'am had some work, so she moved away. And thank you to Alka ma'am from here also. Thank you, Bhavna ma'am. Thank you, Priyanka ma'am. Thank you, Shrita ma'am. And thanks to everybody. Mr. Mayank, you have spared your time. And I hope all the views and Bhavna ma'am views has to be shared over there.